Godzilla is known for many things. He represents what happens if we use too much if we use nuclear weapons and we misuse them. Wait, he fought an ankylosaurus? He fought King Kong? Fought Ghidorah? Does a gravity defying backflip? Does a gravity defying front kick? What is going on? Yeah, when Godzilla was first introduced, he was very serious. He represented something serious that went on in Japan after the Nagasaki and Hiroshima bombings. Right now, it's now one of the most marketable and the longest running franchise of all time. But in the year 1984, something amazing happened. Godzilla wasn't silly again. He turned into the very thing that made him Godzilla. The thing that represented the thing that was the reason why he existed. The metaphor of nuclear bombings. And that movie is Godzilla 1985, or just Return to Godzilla. Now, if you're asking yourself, what's the difference between Godzilla Raids Again and Return to Godzilla? Godzilla Raids Again is also, or in the English dub, Gigantus the Fire Monster, which is what they call Godzilla, is where he fights the giant Ankylosaurus. But Return of Godzilla is when he comes back to Japan in 1984. And what I have to say about this? It is a true return to form. It is a true return to form in the Godzilla franchise. Like after many years of Godzilla being silly and doing dumb stuff, he finally became serious again. He finally is the Godzilla we all knew and loved. Like, this is and not just that, but we also get some good scenes with like the government too, saying that, well, why don't we just bomb Godzilla? But Japan knows what happens if Godzilla gets radiation, because they are the reason why firsthand they were the ones that had to experience the destruction of Godzilla. And the one thing that I really like is that in the second half of the movie, it feels like you think, is this the end for the Godzilla franchise? Because Tokyo is getting freaking destroyed right now, and it feels like this is like the end for like Godzilla, like not for Godzilla, but just for like people in Japan. Like, is this gonna be like the end of the world? And it feels kind of more like an apocalyptic film by the second half of the movie, which is how the the first film of Godzilla felt. It felt like the end of the world. Like, if we keep on misusing these, giant nuclear weapons, it might be the end of the world. And this movie, again, like I said, does it again. And this feels like a direct sequel to the first Godzilla film. Like, even like years later, like decades later, it still feels like it would, like if it's like the sequel to like the first one. Even though Godzilla dies in like the first one. And like I said like 1,000 times before, it is mature. It actually knows what the subject matter is. Like the people know that Godzilla is a giant destroying monster. And they really bring that in too. So, like I say, good sequel. What is it that I don't like about this movie? It felt kind of short in my opinion, It felt kind of short. Yeah, like this is like 100 minutes. I mean, it's a good film, but I just wish it was kind of longer. And what else do I have? What else do I have? What else do I have? The beginning can be kind of slow. And the beginning can be kind of slow, And also, I know I said that in the scene that we also get a good chunk of people. That we get like a good chunk of people talking, But they're not boring. They're just, they're good. And I didn't watch this movie recently. Like, I watched it like months ago, so I'm trying to remember a lot what was going on. Is this the Godzilla movie where like he turns into like where he's like the ghosts of the victims? Hold up. Oh no, this is in Mothra. It's giant monsters all out attack. Never mind. So, anyways, good film. Return to form. 8 out of 10. Wish it was longer. The beginning can be kind of slow, and also because it made me boggled it also made me boggled. There was a movie where Godzilla was like the ghosts of Nagasaki. Anyways, that was my opinion on Godzilla 1984. What is your opinion on it? And yeah, see you soon.